Hey everybody. Well, it's been about a week since we got back from CopyCamp, and CopyCamp was a great event. And Bryce participated in an event called SpeedGeek, and SpeedGeek was really cool. It was really tiring. We did like basically 14 5-minute presentations in just over an hour. And what Bryce talked about was BarCamp. So what's coming up is basically a recording of Bryce's SpeedGeek presentation set to the slides that he showed. So I just want to tell everybody that sometimes in the rush of trying to get that presentation out in under 3 to 4 minutes, sometimes Bryce gets his facts a little bit tongue-tied. But just so you know, he knows what the facts are, and hopefully no one will be offended by a little slip here and there. So yeah, SpeedGeek thing was good. Just watch it. It's cool.
So you're going to hear about 14 ideas over the course of 1 hour and 20 minutes. So if that isn't clear, don't worry. Somebody else at your station will already understand what I'm talking about, and it'll just work out. So trust me, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and also a reminder for the SpeedGeekers, when I flash the light, that's 1 minute left, and when I start screaming, people need to move to the next station clockwise. So on your marks, get set, SpeedGeek.
Hello everybody, welcome to BarCamp.
To your right.
Come on over here, I'm going to show you about the history and what BarCamp is. Wow, I'm getting caught in the transition. So, BarCamp is a worldwide phenomenon that happened in Toronto, or that happens basically everywhere. We have a lot of them in Toronto. The first BarCamp started in San Francisco about a year ago, and since then we've done 3 in Toronto, and there's been all kinds of them all over the world. BarCamp is an offshoot of what they call FooCamp. Now, FooCamp was done by the publishers at O'Reilly, which was basically a private, invite-only event, and a lot of people got pissed off, so they decided to run their own event at the same time, which was BarCamp. Bar being the second metasyntactic variable typically follows foo, which, you know, I don't really know what that means, but it's pretty funny if you're a Perl programmer right here.
It's from the old Lethal Weapon movies. Foobar fucked up beyond all over.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of others. There's also Bay Area rejects, obviously. Everything BarCamp falls off the barcamp.org wiki. So whenever anyone decides this is your full resource for basically anything BarCamp. And we have a strong history of BarCamp in Toronto. In the past year, we've run 3 in Toronto. At places like Microsoft, this empty warehouse, and they start off basically like Misha started off this one today. We have an introduction, everybody gets coffee, we all wake up, you know, we throw things on the grid, we you know, basically split off and we do our sessions. You know, and sessions can be birds of a feather outside, things like that. There's chickens. I pasted my slides on a wall in a warehouse because I could. This is Chris Messina, who started BarCamp. This is Boris, who's very involved in the BarCamp scene as well. One of the ideas that we had at the first BarCamp was how can we take this idea and do it more frequently, because we all had such a great sort of time. And what sort of came out of that was DemoCamp. Now DemoCamp is a monthly event, and it's a lot more structured than BarCamp in that we specifically show software demos from startup companies. And we do it once a month. We have 4 demos, 15 minutes a pop. Everybody gets there and they throw out in about an hour and a half, we see 4 new pieces of software. At the first demo camp, we had about 20 people. This was the 4th one. We had about 100 people, and we've been going strong ever since. We're up to demo camp 9, and all within a year. Another event that we've had was the Design Slam. Design Slam was basically, we have a lot of talented people in our community. How do we get these ideas together to do something kind of interesting in a design space? So we had people redesign the concept of the mega bins. And we got a lot of really cool ideas out of it. It was a fun day. You know, it was very energizing. Other things that we have an event that involves enterprise development. So if you're more in a corporate space, you know, you can still get involved. And we actually have a marketing-only event called Case Camp, which is very much like DemoCamp, but it's specifically about marketing case studies. So what I wanted to sort of say is that the greatest thing about a lot of our community that we built here in the year is that we're not specific in that we target like one technology or one idea. We're open to basically all of the technology people, which is why we have offshoots into things like Wireless Toronto and the Social Tech Brewing Company and even CopyCamp, because we're an open community that we just want to grow, and we do all this for free. The only thing that you ever need to do a BarCamp is space, people, food, and wireless. That's really it. And thank you. Any questions?
When's the next BarCamp Toronto?
I don't know. We're kind of like a little burnt out. The last one was a little, it was good, but I heard, I wasn't there, but I heard that, you know, we're a little burnt out. We need to kind of rejuvenate a bit, I think. So it won't be until the next year. I do want to run a DemoCamp in Toronto. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to do that this year. Yeah.
What's that one?
DemoCamp is a design-only version of BarCamp.
What can you say about the BarCamp logo?
What can I say about the BarCamp logo? It's interesting that the BarCamp logo has changed so much. I mean, this is obviously our offshoot in the Toronto one where we put the leaf in.
What makes that possible?
Started that. Huh?
What makes that possible?
Because it's a Creative Commons logo and we can all basically use it and modify it and change it however we want. And I mean, the whole organization is run off the wiki, so we can all unorganization, really. But everything works. There's thousands of BarCampers like all over the world. You search for BarCamp on Flickr and you get thousands and thousands of photos of like all the events that have happened over the past year, of which there have been dozens.
Last Sunday, I organized BarCamp Shanghai, the first BarCamp in China. So we just got back from that,
Which I really want to talk to you about sometime.
I got a bunch of pictures to show you.
That's cool.
Next SpeedGeek, move on to the next interesting idea.
Hello. You've just watched a video from The Chicken Test, which is my blog. You can visit it at www.thechickentest.com, or if you're a real lazy bastard, chickentest.com. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, but if you didn't, well, I won't lose any sleep.